Hello, heroes, and welcome to the Dungeon Dome. This actually isn't an episode of the Dungeon Dome proper. What we are going to do today is preview the Dungeon Dome card game for you guys. The only people who have seen this have been involved in playtests and have come out and hung out with us at conventions. So this is your first opportunity to see what this game is going to be like. And to do that, I invited some folks who have been in the Dungeon Dome. First up, we got Blair Britt.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Blair, you are one of the beloved Chum Tickle twins.
Yes, of the Chum Tickle fame. Yes.
And they're not in the core set for Dungeon Dome, but we hope to see them in expansions someday.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey and I have written a lot of backstory for those guys.
Some
so if
rich
you ever need
fiction.
that, yeah, definitely
Some
let me
world
know.
building.
A graphic novel commissioned.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 pages.
Oh, good.
Neil Gaiman wrote it.
Oh, Neil Gaiman wrote it.
Yeah.
We spent $4,000 on character art, and we're ready to play.
Wow, that's
Dude, it's gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
and what I did learn though is you're a bit of a card game shark.
Yes, I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. I feel like that's my main one. Although I do log a good bit of time on Hearthstone as well.
Okay, cool.
And I play poker. Poker's great. I know that's not like normal.
Why are you pointing at me, dude?
nerd stuff.
Wow, you know, Mike.
I like war. That's my favorite card game. Tonight will be a challenge.
And yeah, speaking of that, we got Mike Migdal on the stream.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Mike Migdal from Podcasts and the Internet.
Mike, also from the Dungeon Dome, one of the Compass Cats.
One of the Compass Cats, an honorary Chum Tickle twin member.
Yes, Chum Tickle triplet.
Yes, from
That's
another mother.
That's in the graphic novel. He comes in page 472, and that reveal is very good.
Yeah,
You just
absolutely.
wait for that one. Mike, you also play Magic a lot.
Yeah, well, I play Magic at my job. I have a cool job.
Oh man,
Which
I'm
is-
so jealous of that situation.
I said cool in quotes. It's still a job, but you know what? I have a 30-minute lunch break, and I try to play a Magic game. But some of my coworkers, they play real slow. But anyway, I like to talking about you, Dick Schmidtling. You play real slow, and you cough in my face when we
Pick
play.
up the pace. Well, actually, I'm really happy that you pointed that out, Mike, because I like Magic too. Magic was one of my first steps into like the nerdy gaming world.
Cool.
But as an adult, I have trouble playing it for two reasons. The first is I have no money with which to buy cards,
Fair.
Which is a huge part of it. But the other thing, I think it's a longer game. And so for the Dungeon Dome card game, part of the design was to make the rounds a little bit quicker, so it's easy to try a bunch of different strategies. So to start off, we're going to pick characters. I'm going to turn it over to Mike. Mike, we have here the different teams that appeared in the Dungeon Dome. We've got the Ladies' Disdain over here with Arrow Galatea and Balon Territrix. We've got the Compass Cats, Small Benjamin and Percival the Unwavering. We've got Team Roxlet, Jesse and Gary Teledrin. And we've got the Nothing, Claudish and Benjamin Direwick.
You already know. I gotta go with Small Benjamin. It wouldn't make sense. I'm not gonna let Blair pick Small Benjamin, which I'm sure he's dying to, which would be very funny.
Yeah, maybe that's going to be a round two thing for him. The cool thing about this game, Mike, is you can pick any two characters, shuffle them together, and that's your tag team. Ooh. So you could go with the Canon Compass Cats and pair Small Benjamin up with Percival the Unwavering, or you can mix and match with anyone from the Dungeon Dome.
James, can I just ask real quick, which one is the most overpowered deck?
Yeah.
So actually, these decks have worked out to be fairly balanced. Small Benjamin is a pretty good jack-of-all-trades character. He does a little bit of everything, and he's also one of the fastest characters in the game, which is a huge advantage that you guys will learn about soon. We've got Arrow Galatea over here. Arrow is really good at support. She's got a lot of healing, and she's got a lot of buffs. We've got Balon. Balon is a mill deck. She's about outlasting your opponent. When you shuffle these cards together, you're going to get a deck of 30 cards. And if you have to draw, and you can't draw, that's it. So it's easy to mill people in this game. We've got Percival the Unwavering. He is hard control. Gary is an aggressive character who sacrifices hit points to do damage, very similar to Black in Magic. I'm sorry, that's Jesse, yeah. And Gary is about sort of putting damage elsewhere. He's got a bunch of animal forms that allow him to pull damage away from himself.
It's like having planeswalkers.
Yes, very
in
similar to
Magic.
having planeswalkers. Then we have Claudish. Claudish is fast and high-powered. If you are looking to just do as much damage as possible, pairing Jesse and Claudish is not a bad move, though they have a limitation that I'll explain later. Then finally, we have Benjen Direwick, who is also control, but he is pretty aggressive control, so he also has some good hits to him. The other strategy thing to note, Small Benjamin has 15 hit points. He brings that to his team. Arrow also has 15 hit points, but everyone else has 10.
Okay, cool. So we're both going to pick 2?
You're both going to pick 2,
Cool.
and that will combine determine your hit point total. The note on limitation of power for you guys is if you pair these 2 bad boys up, they have fewer attacks than everybody else, so each attack that you make has to count.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Well, I
So
will,
with that, that's the only strategy you'd need to know.
knowing what
before
you
the
just
game.
told me, I'm going to have to go ahead and keep Small Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Psych out.
Do I get to pick my first character first?
Ooh, yeah, I like it. We'll do it like a draft.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Percival the Unwavering.
Oh my God!
Gosh.
The match you have been waiting to see, brother against brother.
Just so I can really get that emotional game going.
Wow, I just got super deja vu, which means that we're on the right path.
All right, Mike, who is going to be your second round pick?
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Benjen
Ooh,
for the
Benjen
hard
Direwick.
control.
Ooh,
Okay,
get some of
alright.
that aggressive control in there. Yeah, and we've already got control over here, so this is going to be a frustrating match.
I'm gonna go ahead with the Mill deck. I think. What's the name of this character one more time?
This is Balon Terratrix.
Balon Territrix.
So now that you got that smash up style, you're just going to shuffle those 2 together.
What's everyone's favorite way to shuffle cards?
I like pile shuffling. I feel like it does the least amount of damage to the sleeves.
See, I do what I call the magic card shuffle, which is
yeah,
just
this guy.
this bad boy here.
And you can do this all day. If you're at a Magic tournament, you will see people do this for the entirety of the entire tournament.
I like to do this one where you like do a spread, like you're doing tarot cards.
Oh yeah.
I think that's pile shuffling, right?
Oh, pile shuffling. I call it the tarot spread or the Migdal mix-up.
The Migdal mix-up is what I think is going to catch on. I already feel that as part of our pop culture landscape.
One of the best ways to shuffle is to look at the cards subtly as you are doing your shuffling. That way you can kind of have some say in how the cards land.
And that is, I believe, the point of shuffling.
Yeah.
Is you want to have some say over what's going on.
When I was in 7th grade and I started playing Magic, I would mostly play it in summer camp. And I remember not really knowing the rules, but and this is a little vulnerable, and I know it doesn't paint me in a great light, but occasionally I would rig my deck when I played against the older counselors.
Hell yeah.
And I would just win game after game, and no one knew how I was rigging my deck. And now that I've said that, I've set myself free. I'm no longer going to hell for my crimes as a 7th grader.
Hey, dude, congratulations.
I used to play Magic the Gathering in like pretty serious tournaments back when I lived in Colorado and I was in high school. And oh my God, did I ever get yelled at a bunch of 35-year-olds as like a 16-year-old child.
For
winning?
Oh no, yeah, I mean for winning, for forgetting to tap a land, all kinds of stuff. I had a guy yell at me because my friend had just come next to me and like sat down, and he was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And the guy raised his hand, yelled "Judge," and then the judge kicked my friend off the table. Like he was like, "You can't sit here."
wow.
Yeah.
He got 6 years in Magic prison for that.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. They carted him off.
I did a pre-release draft for I think one of the like Amonkhet sets that came out, and I got paired against a kid who I think was like 10 years old. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. He was very young, and I was impressed with his parents for like sending him to this event that was mostly just like old sweaty dudes with beards. And this kid was like talking so much shit to me. As we were playing, he stopped and he like looked me in the eyes, and he was like, "Now, do I want to play the best card in this set or my favorite card?"
Oh my God.
And then I whooped his ass.
I love it. You know what? That kid's trash talk game was strong, and I appreciate that. So since y'all have about finished shuffling,
Well, I have finished. Before Mike, for the record.
So Blair, I'm going to need you to draw 5 cards.
Okay.
Now, because neither of you know how to play, mulligans aren't going to really matter much.
I'm going to send this whole hand back into the deck.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Can someone split me just for honor's sake?
Oh.
Thanks.
That's fair.
Notice that Blair did not have his
Yeah,
cards.
no, that's totally fair.
How many cards are we?
Five. It's going to be 5. Okay, so I am going to talk you guys through the game. In order to play, the things that you need to know is that there are 5 different types of card. The first is attack. An attack card helps you deal damage to your opponent. That's the thing that it does. That's what makes it important. Every deck has attack cards, varying numbers in each deck. The next is a move card. Moves help you accomplish different things in a tactical sense in the game. Some of them have extra abilities, which you see here. These are playtest sets, so they don't have the finalized text on them, as you're seeing in the camera. But if we cut to an overhead slot, the big thing that moves do is allow you to interact with these 2 lineups up here. The event lineup up here will throw a wrench into the game. It's going to put monsters in the arena, which will damage both opponents. It will put items in the arena that might be helpful to you guys. Different pieces of terrain that change what you're able to do, and different wild, wacky challenges that it'll make you guys do.
I like wacky.
We all love wacky. There's also the treasure lineup. Every move card has a speed rating on it that you can see at the bottom here. And if we look over here at the treasure lineup, there are slots for 2 speed, 3 speed, and 3 speed. Meaning if you have a move of 2 speed or more, you could claim this treasure. 3 speed or more, you could claim either one of these treasures. Treasures are cards that some of them will be played in front of you, some of them will stay in your hand, and they will provide you different advantages throughout the game. Some treasures are traps, but most aren't. So it's a pretty good idea to get your hands on those. Then we have modifiers. Modifiers are pretty basic. They will modify either an attack or a move. This one is modifying both speed and damage. That's going to make sense as we approach the end of the round, but modifiers need a move or an attack to be on the field in order to be played, and then they can be played on top of them, enhancing them in some way. After those, we have reactions, which are actually going to be renamed opportunities in the final version of the game, but they play like instants in Magic. You can play them at any time outside of normal turn order, and they get resolved immediately. Finally, there are powers. Powers get laid in front of you, and they stay in the game unless something removes them. There's only one character who's able to remove powers, and currently he's not in play right now. Some powers also happen to be items. Those can be removed the same way items can be removed. But for the most part, a power is like a permanent passive upgrade for the rest of the game.
Cool.
So now that you guys know the cards, the way this game is going to work, for the first round, you are going to play 1 card from your hand at a time and pass back and forth until both of you decide that you have to pass in a row. So if, Mike, you don't feel like you have anything to play, you can say pass. And if Blair also has to pass, we'll go into the end round phase. The way we determine who goes first is which one of you is the last person to listen to a one-shot podcast.
I listened to the one that Blair and Eleni and Brad Pike and Courtney Crary was on.
Ooh, when did you do that?
That was last week?
Last week.
He's got me.
He's got you. Okay, so Mike, you are going first.
Cool.
Pretty relevant for the current reigning champ of the Dungeon Dome to go first.
Blair's question.
Real quick, I was just curious, when you talk about passing, let's say I pass and then Mike plays a card, do I get another turn?
Yes, you
Okay,
do.
cool. Wasn't sure if it was Witcher rules or not.
Blair's question sounds relevant to me. I wasn't listening. I was just remembering the one-shot episode Honey Heist, which you should all download several times.
It's pretty good. The extra episode, because there were 2, right?
There are two.
there are 2.
Yes. I edit them all into one long episode, and I play it at 3 times speed.
Ooh,
Oh, there you
love
go.
that.
Okay, so if you have to pass,
So if you decide to pass and then Blair plays a card and you go, well, actually, now that he's played that, I do have something to do, you can go after that. Passing doesn't take you out of the round fully, but when 2 people pass, the round ends.
Cool.
So, Mike, you can get us started by playing anything, and I recommend playing into this area. Also, I'm going to put the first event into play, which is an inspiration.
we talk too long.
So you draw an event card to start out with. Inspirations provide you with benefits. You can add them to your hand. They don't count to your hand size, and they have different rules about how they can be claimed. This one can be claimed at the start of your turn if you currently have the lowest health. Mike, because he's playing with Small Benjamin, has 25 health, so he can't claim it.
And I have 20 health?
Blair has 20. So on Blair's turn, unless Mike does something really surprising on his turn, he is going to be able to claim that inspiration.
Cool.
Can I look at that inspiration again?
Yeah.
And I got a little thing I got to
Oh yeah.
Blair, don't listen.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'll
not
do it
listening.
into my mic.
Yeah.
So, if I have this card, it says 2 speed on it. Can I claim it?
So you won't be able to do it with attacks. You can claim items with moves. Even with that, because it's an attack, it won't be able to claim the item unless there is some sort of modifier that you're putting on it that allows you to do that. But don't worry about that right now. Just play whatever you would like.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
I kind of get how that works.
yeah, the strategy in this will make much more sense.
Am I
after we've
expending a
gone through
turn to
one
pick
round.
that up if I want it?
So no, inspiration gets claimed out of regular
Sweet, like
turn
a free
order.
action.
Yeah.
On my turn, I play with my mighty paw, Stunning Blow.
Stunning Blow. Stunning Blow has 1 speed and 1 damage. It also has an ability. When you play this card, your opponent discards 2 cards, which is a brutal move
Yeah,
in this game.
especially considering I know which cards are good and which cards are bad
Yeah.
in my hands right now.
As we all do.
As we all do.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and discard. You know what? I have a modifier for an attack card that I don't think I'm gonna. Wait, where do I discard?
Discard you can just put
Cool.
next to your
Graveyard
deck
style.
there.
Nice.
Yeah, graveyard style in Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh.
Does the
go ahead and-
loser have to give their deck to the winner, like in Yu-Gi-Oh?
No. Though we do sort of want there to be like a pretty severe financial punishment for losing, or like an ancient curse.
Like in
to be
OG
laid on
Magic when
someone.
you had like an anti card you had to
Yes.
put up.
So we're talking to some dark gods and things that might be able to get some curses involved.
One of our grandpas is going to go to hell
Yeah.
for this.
I mean, I'll put $40 on this game.
Wow, $40?
$40 on a game he's never played. That's how confident
That we're
he
playing a
is.
tutorial matchup right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys, you better
Are
be
you
throwing
guys
some
ready for this
freaking-
to pop off?
Dude, let's get a
Blair's a
1,000
shark.
viewers.
Blair's a shark. But after Mike has done that, it is now your turn.
Do I take 1 damage?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Can I see what Blair discarded?
Yes.
Over there? Just get an idea of the
so
flavor.
I discarded a duck card because I no longer need that
And
animal.
a modifier card.
Cool.
And we can show that to the stream as well. That's what Blair threw out there.
Sweet. Guys, I hope I discarded the right cards.
You know what? I think you're good so far.
I have duplicates of both of those cards, so I figured that was a safe move.
Dude, why did you
Dupes.
tell me that?
I don't know.
Just giving it away. Giving away the whole strategy.
I'm like looking
This
at
is
my
like
cards.
you get when I first learned how to play Magic, they had a deck that was pre-built, so you drew the number of cards in the right sequence to play that first game. Anyway, I just remember that. All right, so it's my turn. I don't
is your
draw, right?
What's that?
I don't draw, correct?
No, you don't
Okay.
draw.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim this inspiration because I got the lowest health, and I put this in my hand.
That's in your hand. It does not count towards your hand total.
Cool. And to activate this, what would I do?
Would
that be my
activate it,
action?
You can decide. It's not your action. So inspiration, like any discard effect, is not taking space in like the normal turn order unless it says it is.
Cool. I'm going to discard it and draw a new card.
All right.
Ooh,
Probably a good
wise
move after losing 2 cards.
Sweet. And then I'm going to play. And so I can play one card from my hand, right?
1 card from your hand.
Cool. I'm going to play Deadly Volley.
Deadly Volley. 3 speed, 3 damage from Percival the Unwavering.
Takes a little swipe at Small Benjamin.
So this damage hasn't gone through yet.
This has not. None of this has gone through yet.
we are putting things on the stack, it
and
kind of sounds like.
this stops when one of us says pass?
This stops when both of you say pass.
At the same time.
Oh, how
Not at the same time, in sequence.
Okay, cool.
I like the idea you'd just be able to jinx someone into ending
like,
the round.
and you pass.
Pass.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome,
great.
sweet.
It's over.
Okay, cool. And now It's
pass.
my turn. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give myself +2 speed to this attack.
Ooh, okay.
And I do this so that it will now have 3 speed, and I will... Am I able to claim a treasure?
No, again, this is an attack. So even if you have 3 speed on an attack, it will not be able to claim treasure.
Because it's not a move.
Not a
Moves
move.
are the only thing that can claim treasure.
Okay. Well, I made a huge misplay.
Not a huge misplay, but it was a
Nope,
slight...
the game is over. I'm going to give Blair $40.
Sweet.
All
now.
right, so it comes to Blair's turn. Blair.
Sweet. So I'm going to play something kind of different on how Mike approached his turn, and I'm going to play a move, Vampiric Speed,
Vampiric Speed, which is a move at 3 speed.
and Percival the Unwavering is going to grab this 3 speed.
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Not
so I'm going
yet.
to put the move down.
yet, dude.
And clearly not going to be using that for treasuring. But yeah, that's going to be my move. That's going to be my card that I play.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Blair has just been pissing me off. So that's why I've got to say, hey, buddy, 3 strikes and you're out. 3 sword strike.
Ooh, 2 speed, 3
A
damage.
second attack. Would you believe that, my friend?
2 attacks, thundering at his opponent.
Blair hasn't been pissing me off. I'm just playing into our dynamic. I
Yeah.
love Blair.
We're very antagonistic.
Yeah, on screen.
As you know.
Cool. So what I'm going to do... Okay, James, I got a little whisper question for you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't play this as a card. I like
So
this
you-
is a conditional thing, right?
So, yeah, this is a conditional thing. You're going to wait until...
So I would never put that down.
No, you wouldn't. You put it down as the attack is resolving. Like
Sweet.
it'll say that. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a modifier of Overwhelm, which is one of my fancy little mill cards.
So your opponent places the top 2 cards of their deck into their discard.
Does that activate immediately as I play the modifier?
Immediately as you play the modifier.
Wow.
Sweet. So yeah, I'm going to play Overwhelm.
Wow, it looks like you have just banished Grandpa 2
Grandpa 2!
to hell. The first Grandpa casualty.
Well,
And the next one,
Just a diving attack.
oh, that's a hard one to lose.
It's okay. I'll get it back when I shuffle it back into my deck when no one's looking.
Oh, okay.
I have one other question. So is my HP capped at 20, or can I gain above it?
You can gain above it if it says gain this amount of HP, but if it says regain, then you cannot.
Sweet.
So,
That has nothing to do with any of the cards in my hand.
all right, Mike, it is your turn. Okay, so this is probably the one you would have wanted to play the modifier on. So this will need to resolve before one of his attacks resolves, and if it does, the effect will go off.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to not play that one. I'm going to go ahead and play Hell Yes.
Oh shit! An early hell yes!
An early Hell Yes. I'm leading into the fact that you're playing a mill deck.
All right, so yeah, this puts Mike at some risk because he is facing a mill deck, but Hell Yes allows him to immediately draw 6 cards, and he will use them to construct a single attack. If he had played this earlier, his diving attack might have been part of that Hell Yes, which would have been utterly devastating for
Wow.
Blair.
Yeah.
But since it's not, this is a bit of a gamble.
Can I use this as... Oh, I,
So you
I
can't.
wouldn't use
You
that.
wouldn't use that anyway.
Okay.
So you can use those.
Ooh,
to,
I can't do that because it's not...
Do you
Yeah,
only
that's
construct
gonna
the
get
attack from
thrown
the
out.
6 that you draw?
From
or,
the 6
or does
that
it
you
include
draw.
your hand?
So he can take 1 attack card of the attack cards that he may or may not have in his hand, and put as many modifiers as he drew as possible onto it, and that damage will get resolved immediately.
Okay, my boy's got like 8 cards in his hand right now.
I had 1 extra,
So yeah, this is the card from his hand.
Okay.
and
that
then
makes
I've
sense.
got... Your boy has 6.
So
cool.
pick one of your attacks from there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep Mike, even on the
And
level.
honest, yeah.
Honest.
Oh.
So you're probably going to want whatever has the highest damage, and just to put as many damage modifiers on top of it as you possibly can.
Okay. I've got something. All right. I'm gonna go play Hellblade.
Hellblade.
Ooh, hell
two
yes,
Hell yes.
speed, 2
Hellblade.
damage,
And then I will go ahead and add a parry to it.
which is going to take that to 4/4.
Shout out to Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb, if anyone's a Finhead. And then I'll go ahead and add Treasure Hunter to this.
Oh my God! Yes, he can do that.
If played as an attack, it also counts as a move for the purpose of opening an item.
So you can grab any of the items that you see here in front of you, and also Blair is going to take 4 damage. And that's happening right away.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and open this middle one.
The middle one, and this goes to you.
I'm going to forfeit. Can I do that?
Strong move.
Okay.
It's a strong move. $40 on the game.
Yeah. I think I'm done.
Discard. Oh my God. You want to look at this one?
Oh yeah. So there are no monsters in play, but yeah, because you got that,
All right.
this goes out right
This
away.
is my hireling. I now have an intern.
He's got
Perfect.
he's got an intern. Basically, when monsters come into play, anytime Mike wants, when he's taking damage from a monster, he's going to be able to discard his hireling, and that will be damaged instead of him.
That sounds like an unpaid intern to me.
Well, Jeremy is going to be able to add this to his college application.
If he ever survives this trap or monster.
Well,
And he may get a letter of recommendation from Small Benjamin,
Oh,
which
yeah.
could go far.
yeah, Small Benjamin does not know how to write, but he loves to read.
Yeah.
So, Mike, those other cards that unfortunately
I have
were
to
not part of that attack, they go into the discard pile.
Cool.
That was a reaction. If you wanted to play that, I don't think it's advisable. But if you wanted to play it, you could.
My last card?
Yeah, but you don't have to. So in this,
Could I wait until Blair has gone and then play it on my next turn?
that's called a pass.
Okay. Oh. Then, sure, whatever, I'll play it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
I
he-
should not have done that.
It did say it was not advisable, but that's fine. We're learning how to play the game. So Mike has put the move Riposte into play.
Ah, yes, riposte.
That if that were able to resolve faster than one of Blair's cards, he could actually turn the damage of that card back onto Blair.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's moving at 1, so it's probably not going to do that this time. Mike has finished his turn. Blair, it's your turn.
I have to pass.
All right, so now we go into the resolution phase. The way we resolve damage is based on speed, resolving both moves and attacks. The fastest things on the board right now are actually Blair's, because they're both moving at 3 speed. So
Sweet. I get to pick which one goes first?
yes, you do.
So what I'm going to do is use my vampiric speed. Where do I put it? Just in the discard?
Just
once I
in the
resolve
discard,
it?
yeah.
And I'm going to steal that 3-speed treasure.
Alrighty.
Or trap, obviously.
Treasure or trap.
Can I just say that during this resolution phase, I resolved to pay Jeremy an appropriate sum. The chat really turned on me, guys.
Oh no.
I shouldn't
Oh,
need
wow.
your shame to turn Jeremy from an unpaid intern to a paid intern, so I'm going to throw him a couple bones.
And because Blair had the fastest move resolve, he's getting the first player token for next round. That's going to become important as the game goes forward.
When you pulled that out, I thought you were about to say, because Blair grabbed that treasure, I get an Ultra Pro deck box.
Oh man,
Wow.
I wish.
Raise
yeah.
the stakes.
Cool. So I don't understand at all what this does.
Okay, so we can show it off to the stream. We're still learning the game. So Blair right now has in his hand this card, which he can use to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he just got it. I don't want Mike to know what it is, but we do want to let the stream in on what's going on there.
Cool. Is that technically under the...
That's an item.
Okay, cool.
It counts
Just
as an
Jeremy
item.
is not an item.
Yeah.
I've learned that he is a person.
It does kind of sound like for the game's purposes, he's an item.
If you take Jeremy, you have to pay him $80,000 a year like I do.
I probably won't be taking him. I'll probably just be destroying him.
Blair, you also
Hey,
have.
can I do this at instant speed, shall we
Yes.
say? Okay, sweet.
Protect Jeremy. Respect Jeremy.
You also have this in play here. Which,
Well, I'm going to bop this right over the net and send a deadly volley your way, buddy.
and that is 4 damage coming to you, Mike. That's going to take you down to 21.
21.
And I'm
21.
also going to play a reaction, which is called Blood Banquet. Play after one of your attacks resolves to gain HP equal to the attack's damage.
So he's going to get 4 hit points back, bringing him up to 20. This is almost a tie game.
This didn't resolve before he did that?
No, because it's moving at speed 1.
Ah, got it.
That's why I
Too
said.
fast for your riposte.
Yes. But we're, again, learning to play the game. And now, Mike, you can resolve what you have left in play in any order because Blair has made all of his moves.
Okay, cool.
And Mike, don't mess this one up.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Mike,
ahead.
pressure's on.
You play this card, your opponent... Okay, that's already happened. So these are pretty much... Well, this is 3 damage, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the 3 damage right at Blair.
Boom. Okay. And then 1 damage at Blair.
1 damage. Gotcha.
All right. Technically, this one went first because it was moving at 3 speed, but it doesn't matter because they were all resolving in the same sequence. So now we've reached the end of the round. We're going to refill 1 of the treasure slots. And because it's round 2, we're going to have 2 events in play. We have a spotted trap, which on your turn, you may discard any number of cards from your hand to deal 1 damage to your opponent for each card discarded this way.
Wow. All right.
And we have Skeleton 3. It deals 2 damage to each player. Any attack will destroy, Skeleton 5. Any attack will destroy Skeleton 5. So you guys are going to be taking 2 damage each round from the skeleton.
Each round?
Each round,
Yeah.
starting next round. But if you want, if the damage is bad, like for Mike, it's great, actually. If you both get damaged, he's in the lead right now, so that just helps him win faster.
Right.
For Blair, not so much. But you will be able to take one of your attacks and target it at Skeleton 5.
And he's a lightweight, so he gets knocked out by any
So he gets knocked out by any attack. With that, you now draw back up to 5 cards.
Awesome.
And this doesn't count as a card, right?
If it says it does not count towards your hand total, it doesn't. If it doesn't say that, then it does.
Okay, it does say that.
Okay, cool.
Mike.
Hey, buddy, I wasn't going to say anything. I trust you. Ooh.
Ooh, 5 more cards to read real quick.
Whoa. James, is it normal that they're all holographic?
Yeah, yeah. We paid the big bucks on this play test. We met a very nice young woman who had some Lisa Frank stickers, and she just holographicked everything up for us.
Beautiful.
It was great. But Blair, because you had the fastest speed last round, you are going to be making the first play this round.
Sweet. So what I'm going to do is play a move card, Duck.
All right, Duck. It's a move that goes at 2 speed, and that's what he's bringing to the table. Mike, you're up.
I'm going to go ahead and match that with another 3-sword strike.
Ooh!
All right.
There's some power there.
Jeremy, take some notes on this one.
It's very strong power. Jeremy is furiously scribbling on his legal pad.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Spotted Trap. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to choose to discard 2 cards to deal 2 damage to Mike.
So Mike, you are now down to 19.
Can Jeremy take this one?
Well, this is not a monster, unfortunately. This is a trap.
Wait,
However,
isn't it monster or trap?
It does say monster
or trap. It does say that. So if you would like to use...
Can I just ask the chat what the chat wants for Jeremy? Guys, should Jeremy take this damage and die? Or should Small Benjamin take 2 damage? Let me know.
Up to you. Who is a more beloved character, Small Benjamin or Jeremy?
The first person who responds, I will go with what they tell me to do.
So far we got Dungeon Dome VR.
Okay, Dungeon Dome VR takes the damage. Sacrifice Jeremy to Exodian. They gave 100 bits. Boom, Jeremy.
Boom.
I actually have a response to that. And I'm going to use the Orb of Breaking Things. I can discard this to discard all items in play, which I think would include poor Jeremy over there.
Which would include Jeremy.
Is discarding the same as dying?
I think I break him.
He is broken. So that could be emotional.
I think I just technically saved Jeremy from taking the damage for you, and so now he limps to live another day.
It said discard if he died or discard in your card, so I don't know.
He might still be dead.
Okay. So I do take that 2 damage.
You do take the 2 damage.
Nice. Nicely played, Blair. Good set.
Good stack of moves.
And then I guess Spotted Trap is gone now, right?
Spotted Trap is actually not gone.
Oh, it stays in play?
It stays in play. That's going to be around.
Wow, okay. All right.
Blair.
I am going to pass.
Blair passes.
Blair passed?
Now, Mike, this is a funny strategy moment that he's put you in. He's got a move in play, so he will be able to grab an item. You have an attack in play, so you could pass right now and be the only person doing damage this round.
If I were to make a move, would it then go back to him?
Yes. And he'd get another opportunity. He does only have 2 cards, though, and he didn't decide to use one of them, so he might not have an attack or anything like that. It's up to you. The only advantage passing now would give you is that you know how much damage is going to Blair, and you'd be able to have whatever cards you have in your hand right now, plus drawing back up to 5.
Wow. Okay. And if I were to play, let's say, whatever, another attack,
Ooh.
then Blair could then make a response to that?
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and
Mike
play.
plays Quick Strike, moving at 3 speed, doing 1 damage.
Okay. I'm going to pass.
Oh, an aggressive pass from Blair. We can tell that this one is a lot more threatening than the last one.
I'm really ramping up the pass pressure.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of feel like I know what might be in Blair's hands. Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm playing this the right way.
Yeah, you are
Okay, all
absolutely
right.
doing that. You'd be surprised how many people get that wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I pick up games pretty quickly.
I feel like there's something wild happening, so I'm going to go ahead and play.
Another attack?
A riposte. Okay. So Mike has played his second riposte. Again, moving at 1 speed right now, and there are no attacks to use it on.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's true.
All right.
I pass.
Oh my gosh! Wow, this is so exciting, right?
I mean, Mike, I can guarantee you he's gearing up for something, but I know you have no idea what it is.
Okay, cool. In that case, if I play this on that card, can I claim a treasure? Is it technically a move?
Oh, on this one?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool, I'm going to do that.
I just want to tell the chat that I saved Jeremy's life. That's kind of how that went.
That's
killed
the narrative that he
Jeremy.
wants us to...
I'm going to go ahead and...
Well, not yet.
Good
It
call.
will,
Good
it will
call.
happen at the end of the round.
And then yeah.
Is that an attack?
That is a move.
Okay.
But he played a modifier on it, and modifiers can be played on moves or attacks. It has a bunch of special text, but that special text really mostly applies to attacks. So the only benefit that he's getting out of that one is that this move is now a 3-speed move.
And, okay, sounds good. Okay.
It's your turn, Blair.
I'm going to pass.
Oh, Blair passes again.
I'm going to go pass.
I am going to use a reaction card and use the Deadeye.
The Deadeye is one of Percival the Unwavering's signature abilities. It, like in the Dungeon Dome, stops someone from attacking him. So, Blair, you can target either of these 2 attacks with the Deadeye to remove it from play.
I'm going to get rid of that 3 damage attack.
All right, so
not
the
that bad.
3-sword strike goes away. Yeah, though if you had played that modifier on your 3-sword strike, that would have been 5 damage that he removed, which is pretty hefty.
I could have put it on... I mean, now that I know about the Deadeye.
The Deadeye, and Blair has 3 Deadeye cards in his deck, so that is not the last that you've seen.
He's a
of
real
the
Deadeye tormentor.
Yeah, there we go. Discard a card. Raid.
Yes.
Love it.
2 and a black. 2/2.
But with that, we now move into resolution, and we have 2 things moving at 3 speed. Mike, which would you like to resolve first?
So Blair has a 2 move.
He does have a 2 move.
So I'm going to go ahead and take the 2-speed
Yes,
treasure.
you are.
That's what I didn't want to ask earlier because I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I did. And let's see.
And
what
let's
this
hope
is.
it's not a trap, because that was a clever play, and I would like Mike to be rewarded for that, if at all possible.
Thank you. Wow, cool.
It's a trap.
All right, and let's show the stream
Wait, look at
what's
my
going
hands.
on here.
I'm not looking.
Oh my God, Mike has one of the most brutal cards in the game.
Yeah, this trap card that is really going to mess me up, Blair.
Thank you, Rourke9. It is, you're right, it's a human pirate.
Oh, is that the
Deadeye
classification?
Tormentor? Yeah, that's
That's
it.
how it works.
No, that one's a human.
Okay,
So the other thing that we have in play is Quick Strike, which is unfortunately going to go after Duck. However, Duck has nothing to claim.
I'm going to duck And that's it.
And that's it. All right, so Mike will be able to resolve Quick Strike, and that's going to deal 1 damage to Blair.
And I have to throw this card at Blair?
Yeah, as hard as you can.
I'm not going to do that, James.
I will catch it out of the air.
So yeah, resolving that's 1 damage. It stands at 15-19. 4 hit points separate these two. As the skeleton activates, dealing 2 damage to each of them, bringing Mike down to 17 and Blair to 13.
Oof.
And because we're entering the 3rd round, we put another event into play. It's an inspiration. This one can be claimed on the start of your turn if you're currently making more attacks than your opponent.
At the start of your turn. Okay.
Yes, and we also refill one of the treasure slots. And with that, Mike actually moved fastest last round, so he is going to be first player this round.
Cool. And we draw back up to 5?
Draw it back up to 5.
And this counts as a card in my hand.
Yeah, unless it says it does not. That one most certainly does. It is a buck wild card.
And if I play that right out of the gates.
Yep. You are definitely allowed to do that, which is why it's just so
nasty.
It's freaky nasty.
So this card, does that only affect some of the cards I have, or does that affect all?
So any card with this symbol in the corner.
I see. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Mike, you're first player.
I'm going to go ahead and use the item that I got from the treasure chest, stun powder.
Stun powder, one of the most devastating cards in the game. Add this to your hand as an action. Discard stun powder to make your opponent discard their hand.
Whew. Okay. Well, let's see what I got.
Well, you'll be discarding your entire hand.
Yeah, I guess I was just wondering if I had a reaction that I could play.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I do not.
No reactions.
I will be discarding my entire hand.
All right, so stun powder goes, and Mike, it's your turn to beat up on this boy.
So Blair can only pass at this point.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and play Grandpa 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's my turn. I will pass.
Thank you, Blair.
Strong move.
Then I will go play Hellblade.
Oof.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. I'm going to play Panther Form.
Ooh.
Panther Form has 5 HP. You may deal damage from an attack to Panther Form instead of your HP. All of Small Benjamin's attacks have +1 damage. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
And then...
so that would just be
the grandpa. Yep.
Oh, got it. Because that is not Small Benjamin's attack. Small Benjamin is our relationship name. And then I'm going to impulsive grab, draw an item card, and resolve it immediately, and I hope it's not a trap.
All right, now you can grab from either of these slots or the top of the deck. It's up to you.
Top of the deck. Top of the deck. I just remarked top of the dick.
Top of the dick to you.
Oh my God! Add this here.
Oh my God, dude! This card is literally. I can't believe this. So Mike has drawn the mystery potion, and he used impulsive grab to do it. Impulsive grab was designed because of the moment in the Dungeon Dome where Mike just drank the potion that he found in the chest immediately, and this card is based on that potion.
Wow.
So you are going to be rolling a d6 for the mysterious potion. Cool. If you get 1 to 2, you're going to lose 3 hit points. If you get a 3, you'll draw a card. If you get a 4, you'll gain 3 hit points. 5, you will shuffle 3 cards from your discard into your deck. And on 6, you roll twice.
Cool. 4.
That is gain 3 hit points.
Hey.
Wow.
I still might get milled.
That is looking like a distinct possibility right now.
Cool. And then that's my turn.
All right, so we move into the resolution phase. For the resolution phase, he's going to first take 2 damage from the Hellblade.
Okay, go to 11.
And then take 2 damage from Grandpa 1 being enhanced by the Panther form.
I go to 9.
And these boys have resolved. At the end of the round, Mike did not remember to claim that inspiration.
Oh, How could I remember?
How could anyone remember? Blair might have been eyeing it like a greedy dog. We also have the Skeleton 5. Yeah. Skeleton 5 is going to deal 2 damage to each of you.
I am at a lucky number 7.
Now, unfortunately, Mike, you can't deal that damage to Panther form. Only damage from incoming attacks.
Got
So
it.
anything
The
from
skeleton
Blair.
is hardly an attack. It's just environmental debris.
Yes, the skeleton deals damage. It does not make attacks. And with that, you both draw back up to 5, and we start this new round.
That stun powder was something else.
Yeah, it puts you in the lead for sure. Though Blair is playing, I think. He's. So I think he's used his only healing card in the deck. But
Yikes.
because he's got Percival the Unwavering in there, he's got a lot of control that he can use to avoid damage, and really, he's got a better shot at milling you than he does at lowering your hit points right now.
And thank
so
you for reminding him.
This is still anybody's game.
Cool.
And Mike, since you were the only person to act last round, you still have the initiative token, making you the first player.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play a Suicide Strike.
Suicide Strike.
A strike against suicide everywhere.
3 speed, 1 damage. When that attack resolves, it will also deal Mike 1 damage.
Me or my characters?
You.
Oh, gosh.
Emotional damage, too. It's going to be a pretty rough.
All right.
Wait, so what does that do?
So it is a move, or it's an attack that goes at 3 speed and has 1 damage.
And it doesn't resolve until
The
we're
end of
both
the round,
done.
yeah.
Got it.
Right. Okay, I'm going to play Greatsword.
Great sword, all right.
Looks like I have a great sword.
2
is a great
speed,
sword.
2 damage. It's a good, it's not just a good sword, it's a great sword.
Yeah, a good sword would be 1/1, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe an idea for another card.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
I'm going to go ahead and play Vampire Climb. It's the dance move that's sweeping the nation.
So Vampire Climb moves at 2 speed, but it could go at 3 speed if you were claiming a piece of terrain. The Spotted Trap is terrain, but it's not claimable terrain.
Okay.
What does that inspiration do? Can I
That inspiration, you will be able to claim it at the start of your turn if you're currently making more attacks than your opponent. Right now, both of you are each making 1 attack, so neither of you can claim it, but if you do claim it, you can discard 1 inspiration to draw a card. If you manage to get 2 inspiration, you'll be able to resolve an attack before we reach the resolution phase, and 3 lets you draw back up to 5 cards.
I would not want to do that now.
Can I play? I can play this at any time, right?
At any time.
Okay, and you just played your move, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to play Deadeye to remove your attack from play.
All right. So that will remove the Suicide Strike.
And then at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to claim this
The
inspiration.
inspiration. Perfect.
Good move. Okay. Is it my turn?
No, I
actually,
still get
he
to play
hasn't
my
even
card.
taken a turn yet, which
What,
is
if I have a reaction?
you can play it at any
I'm
time.
going to play it now. It's time.
Impulsive grab.
Impulsively grab this item right here.
Yep.
Thieves' Tools. Add this to your hand. It does not count.
You don't have to read it.
Okay.
Aloud,
Yeah.
I'm just reading it for the fans.
Thieves' Tools is one of those wild cards. I really like it.
Okay.
All right. It's still Blair's turn.
So I'm going to go ahead and discard this inspiration to draw a card.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to play another great sword.
All right. So he's got 2 attacks right now, both 2/2. Mike, it is your turn.
Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to. Can I play modifiers on his cards?
No.
That's a cool mechanic.
It is a
Yeah.
cool mechanic. I
Put
think
that one in the books.
that one's probably actually going to show up when I put the murder in the game.
And I can't play a modifier on a move. Can I?
You can.
Could I potentially make that an attack?
No, you can't
Okay.
add damage to a move, but you can, a modifier that does speed and damage, you can use that to increase the speed of your move.
Okay, cool. I pass.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play Vampiric Speed.
Ooh. All right.
I pass.
And I'm also going to play Headbutt. And when I play this card, I'll show the stream. You may remove a move from play when you play this. And so I'm going to remove your Vampiric. What is that? Is that?
Vampire
Climb. It's just a
Yeah.
move that the chat really loved.
Yeah.
But you don't have to remove it,
I think
right?
I think it's gone now.
Okay.
Oof.
That stinks.
Yeah, that's my card.
All right. So, Mike, you will pass?
I will pass.
All right, Blair.
I will also pass.
All right, so we go to resolution. Mike has nothing, which means Blair is most certainly going to be resolving first, and the fastest thing is the headbutt. That's going to do a damage.
I'm going to send the damage at the skeleton.
Ooh.
So headbutt goes away. And then I'm going to resolve Vampiric Speed to pick up the 3 speed item.
That is yours.
Go ahead and look at it. This says, put this card into the event lineup. If the lineup is full, choose a card to discard. At the end of the round, the Mimic deals 2 damage to the player with the lowest speed. 3 damage destroys the Mimic.
All right, so this is going to be affecting Mike right now because he has the lower speed.
I have
Okay.
no speed.
And what does it do? 3 damage?
It's going to do
2 damage to the
damage.
player. Okay. And then it has 3 hit points.
Yes.
Cool. And then I'm going to send both, or I'll send 1 Greatsword attack at you, Mike.
Okay, how much damage?
2.
I'm going to go give it to the Panther.
And then I will send that second Greatsword your way as well.
And I will give that to me. And I'm at 16. And then I will Hellish Rebuke. I will deal 3 damage to you.
Nice.
After an attack is resolved against you, immediately deal 3 damage to an opponent. All right.
Nice play, Mike.
I'm going
Nice
to go
play.
down to 4
4.
health.
This game does not look that way, but it is so close right now. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, and that's all the cards I had to resolve.
All right, so we're going to draw back up to 5.
I'm so close to milling myself right
Yeah. He is. Wow. 1 card away.
How many cards does he have? And does he have to draw that? Does he?
So when he, after this round, if he has to draw going into next round, which could or could not happen, actually, he will be able to draw this card. That will satisfy his drawing for the turn. And he will play with nothing in his deck until the end of the turn, but he'll have less cards than he normally would.
And let's say I were to remove more than 1 card from his stack, would that kill him, or
That would mean he would die as soon as he had to draw. If you have to draw,
next
and you
opportunity to
can't
draw. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be rough.
And it's Blair's turn because he was able to
It
do
is
things.
Blair's turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and play a Great Club.
A great club.
Yes.
Cool. What does that do? Just 3 damage, 1 speed.
Pretty slow attack, but deals a lot of damage.
It does a hefty amount of damage.
Okay, I'm gonna go play a Vampire Climb. I'm bringing the dance move back.
Ooh, back into style. Oh, also, we forgot to put the new event into play. That's another skeleton. It deals 3 damage to the player with the lowest speed. And you took 2 damage from the Mimic at the end of the round.
Ah, okay.
So you should be down at 14. And there's 1 more treasure.
I'm gonna play Tactical Movement. All attacks resolved against you this turn are -1 damage.
Ooh,
Cool.
very, very useful to have.
Okay. And it is my turn. Ooh. I'm gonna go ahead and play Vampiric Curse on Vampire Climb.
Now, that will do nothing.
I understand.
Wow! I'm loving it.
I'm absolutely mad.
I can't wait to see what this means.
Okay, actually, I want to take one more little scoop through here, just real quick, looking at some stuff.
Blair is right now looking through his discard pile.
For no reason. It's just a funny thing I like to do.
What could he be accomplishing with this? Nothing. No one should worry about it.
And I'm going to go ahead and put... I'm going to put Covering Fire on Tactical Movement, so it gives it +2 speed.
Blair going for those treasures.
Cool. And he now has the highest speed.
Yes.
He does.
Cool.
So it's your turn.
Go ahead and give Shadow Stealth to Vampire Climb.
Oh my.
So that's +2 speed.
Yep, so he's now going at 4 speed. You gotta love watching these competitors just passing the buck off to the monsters to finish their opponents for them.
I am going to... Wait, actually. Lowest speed, any attack, destroy skeleton 1. Okay, cool. And does that resolve before attacks or after attacks?
Always after attacks.
Very cool, very cool. Mimic does 2 damage to player with the lowest speed. Jesus, man, the lowest speed guy is going to get 5 damage this round.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. So right now, as it stands, Mike has 1 move going at 2 speed.
Looks like it's
Or
going,
going at 4 speed. Yeah, going at 4 speed. That could be all she wrote, but we have to go through this right now. So first up, you are going to resolve this move and claim a piece of treasure.
I'm going to go ahead and take the, what is that, 3 speed?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take a 3 speed. Ooh. This is, I got Goggles of Soon to Be. Look at the top 6 cards in your deck and put them back in any order. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to put that back right there.
Nice.
Cool. And that is my turn.
Question.
Yes.
If I remove his move, or can I not do that at all?
So the move has already
It's been resolved. Okay.
Yeah.
And he officially has a speed of 4?
He
Because
officially
of that
has a
move?
speed of 4. He is the fastest player.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to resolve my move and go ahead and snag that 2 speed treasure.
Could help him, could kill him. We just don't know.
And I'm going to go ahead and play Thieves' Tools to steal an item card from my opponent.
Oh, damn!
Okay. Wait, I can't play this in response, can I?
No, you can't.
Okay, cool.
And I steal this
Have fun with
trap.
that. That's the one card you desperately needed for sure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm going to, can I use this now?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and shuffle 5 cards from my discard into my deck. Oh, just any 5 cards? Okay, whatever.
Yep, any 5. So Mike is going to be shuffling around for the optimum cards.
course.
And Blair, you're up.
Okay, so I got 3 damage to deal, and both of these guys are going to hit me, right?
Yep, this guy is going to hit you for 3 damage. This guy is going to hit you for 2.
Cool.
But you would be able to kill either.
Yeah. Well, as much as I would love to really maximize the 3 damage here, I think I am just going to have to kill the skeleton.
All right. That skeleton blows up. At the end of the round, 2 damage is going to get dealt to Blair. And Mike has. So you shuffle that back into your deck?
I put 5 cards back into my deck.
And did you shuffle them up, or did you put them in a custom order?
Yeah,
guess
where
you're
I,
gonna
would,
draw-
where I would not get one of the cards. I honestly just picked cards kind of at random from my discard pile.
That's fair. You just need more cards in your deck.
Yeah, I got to
Yeah.
do 2 damage or something. How much life?
I have 2 damage.
Okay,
I have
cool.
2, yeah.
Yep. So now before the round starts up, what a brutal card. Good that it's coming out late game. Bear Trap. The champion with the highest speed at the end of the round will put this card into their hand. It counts towards their hand total, and it can only be discarded by a card effect.
Okay, so it's like we're dragging around a bear trap for a little while.
Yes, and that punishes the person who has the highest speed. The mimic deals damage to the person with the lowest speed.
Nice. We got a catch-22.
If I wasn't so sure this would be the very last round, that would be a tough spot to be in.
Yes.
But draw up to 5.
Cool. 2, 3. Okay.
Two masters.
And is
Just
it
learned the game today.
And okay, so Mike would go first because he
Yes.
got the speed.
So, this is not great. Okay, I'm gonna go play Grandpa 2.
Grandpa 2.
Very cool, very cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play Iron Flesh.
What does that do?
Incoming damage from resolving attacks is reduced by 1. Attacks are reduced by an additional 1 if Fury is in play, which I'm assuming is another power.
Yes.
Okay, it's very cool. And that's my card, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm
Are there more treasures out for us?
Oh yeah, one treasure slot did refill.
cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play Hell's Fury, which I think is the card that's in reference to.
No, it's is it?
So Hell's Fury. Actually, no. I mean, this is Balon's card and this is Benjen's card. So
Okay.
and they do sort of swirl around each other in a sort of slow burn romance that you can watch in the first season of the Dungeon Dome. But yeah, that was Mike's move. Blair, what you got for us?
All right, I'm gonna play. Looks like how much?
So
What's the
this
speed
is
of that?
good. This has 4 damage. 3 of it will get through,
And 2 speed.
and 2 speed. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play arrows. Also, what happens in case of a speed tie?
In the tie of speed, the player who has the lower hit points resolves first.
And that would also apply to these effects as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So I play arrows.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and play another Hell's Fury.
Whoa! What an attack!
How much damage is that doing?
So that is going to be doing
6?
a total of 7 damage, but 6 will get through.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play Rough Tongue,
Oh.
which is
3 speed, 1 damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and play Diving Attack.
Oh my god!
plus 4 damage.
Plus 4 damage.
But here's the catch. If this attack does not have the highest speed, take 4 damage after it resolves. And since I imagine at this point we're tied, it would go...
We are not actually.
Oh.
Because you have 2 speed and I have 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have 3? Okay, cool. So I
you were
would take
definitely
4
gonna be
damage.
taking that 4
That's okay.
damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Ooh.
I'm
Blair
going
passes.
to pass as well.
Okay. So I first resolve Rough Tongue, but does Bear Trap go to my hand
So Bear Trap will go into your hand at the
at the end of this round? Okay. So how many cards do you have left in that old library?
2.
2.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a ton of stuff in that. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to attack you with a little bit of Rough Tongue.
Cool. And is that resolved?
That has resolved.
I'm going to Hellish Rebuke. 3 damage.
Oh man!
And that's a reaction.
That's a reaction.
Okay.
It resolves
Blair have a reaction?
immediately.
I do have 2 reactions, but it looks like they are both
Contingent upon Mike's.
resolving. It's either I resolve an attack or.
So the cards, because this is over. Oh man, yeah. Blair did have a shot at this. Outlast, which would force his opponent to discard cards from his hand equal
I'm sorry,
to.
Blair. I don't feel great about this,
Yeah.
dude. This is a tragedy.
This is a bad beat.
Yeah. So Outlast would have been the nug. If he had been able to play Outlast on top of one of his attacks, he could have made Mike mill himself out. So
Mildal.
this literally came down to one move.
Oh, boy.
Evenly matched decks, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty evenly matched. And cross counter, which is pretty rad. It would have allowed Blair to resolve any of the attacks that he happens to have in that massive pile of cards that is his discard against Mike, as Mike resolved an attack against him. Super, super close. let's separate out those cards. And now that you guys know how to play the game, we're going to give you another shot at drafting who you want to be on your team. And we're going to have you play around knowing how to play the game.
Cool.
Ooh.
So we're just putting the cards back in the original.
Yeah,
deck?
just divide them up by those little symbols that you see in the corner.
While we're shuffling, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, how's
I'm doing pretty well.
I'm feeling pretty good. That was a really cool game to watch.
This was the second card down. My third Deadeye.
What was? Oh, a Deadeye would have.
Well, I guess you still would have killed me with the Rebuke.
Yeah, I saw that, and I knew that the whole time, and I was just like, oh boy, none of this matters.
I don't know. I think it built up the drama in a really cool way.
Thank you, Eleni. I hope you didn't pick sides on that.
Yeah, Lenny.
Hey, Eleni, please don't pick sides.
Ginger Reckoning, episode 30. I'm going to continue building IKEA furniture now. Have fun.
Sweet.
Bye.
Bye, Ginger.
Oh, I think Ginger's
still in here.
Sticking around.
Eleni is making IKEA
Eleni's
furniture.
going. Okay.
Thank you. True neutral.
True neutral.
Honestly, that's
True.
terrifying. True neutral characters are super crazy.
The Neo Scum are true neutral.
I think
they're chaotic
yeah.
neutral.
I think even Casey's character is chaotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lawful chaotic. Chaotic good, rather.
chaotic good.
Absolutely. Especially some episodes we did before we actually started recording, there were a few times where Casey really went on the chaotic side of chaotic good.
Yeah, I mean,
We're trying to be more good lately, I think.
Should I count these?
It's just so hard because the world is chaotic,
it's so bad.
neutral.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, I kind of feel like the world of Shadowrun is lawful neutral or lawful evil. Actually, yeah.
There's very little good to be found, but when you do find it, you hold on to it.
Yeah, even if it is chaotic.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting idea. Just like thinking of a world in a very general sense, like the world is lawful evil and the characters are chaotic good, which is very much like the sort of corporations versus the like Robin Hood style,
the Shadowrunners
who are like killing without mercy, but maybe for a good justified reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you hope when you're the game master that you hope that's the group that you're playing with, and it never pans out. Okay, so we have our characters in front of us once more. Just to sort by teams again and refresh the memories of the players that we're working with. Why am I not? There we go. We have Balon, that was the mill deck that we've seen. We have Arrow, Galatea, she is support and healing. We've got Gary, he displaces damage against himself. He has a lot of different animal forms.
We'll never play as Gary.
Like small. Ooh. And we've got Jesse, who has a lot of raw power that he makes sacrifices in order to get out there. We've got Benjin, who was the aggressive control that we saw. We've got Claudish, who is just aggressive force. Small Benjamin, who's sort of a well-rounded character, and Percival the Unwavering, who is hard control. Blair, you lost. You get first round pick this time.
I was going to potentially pitch this to you, Mike. How do you feel about not playing any of the same characters we did in the last round, just to see more cards?
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Ooh.
Gentleman's
in that
agreement.
case, I'll take Small Benjamin.
You can take whatever you want.
Which one was the support character?
Support is here.
Okay, sweet. I would like
All
to
right.
take that.
And she starts with 15, so Blair is at the very least going to be at 25.
Already winning. And if you don't play Small Benjamin, I start ahead no matter what.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take Claudish.
Claudish, ooh. So the thing to be aware about Claudish, both Claudish and Jesse, Claudish has 3 attacks in his deck of 15 cards. Small Benjamin, as a contrast, has 5 attacks. So you have a lower chance of pulling attack cards, but the attack cards that you do pull will be stronger.
Okay, cool.
And because Mike said he wasn't going to take this deck, I should probably take it.
Gary. There we go.
So I have Gary and, remind me the name of this one?
Gary and Arrow.
Gary and Arrow. Garrow is going to be the name
Garrow
of my team.
is their ship name. which, what a strange ship that is.
And who was the other control decks?
So the two control decks are actually the ones that we've seen. They are
I think we played both
Percival
last time.
Got
and
it. In that case, I'll play with
Actually, yeah.
Jesse. I'll play with Jesse.
Jesse. Oh,
Sure.
okay. So Mike has one of the most difficult to play combinations in the game.
All right, that's cool.
But the most raw power in the game. Mike has, just so everybody knows watching the stream, and Mike knows because it's going to be important to his mulligan really soon.
Oh, right, we get to mulligan this time.
Both of Mike's characters only have 3 attacks in their decks, meaning he has a total of 6 attack cards.
Okay.
So
Gotta get
like,
all
and
25 of my health.
your average deck, I think both Blair's characters have 5 attack cards. So Blair has 10 attack cards out of 30 in his deck, and Mike just has 6.
So I got a question. What are all these other cards that I got?
They're blank.
They
blank.
they have more reactions than most characters. They have a lot of powers in there. They also have a ton of modifiers. So any attack that you put out should have a modifier on it because
Cool,
it will
because
be.
there's just so many.
And our first event is an inspiration. You'll be able to claim this at the end of the round if you took the most damage.
Ooh.
I feel like Blair's deck combination lends itself to taking a lot of damage because he has like displacement with Gary and then
And healing.
Healing,
Yeah.
so-
Yes.
So he is.
But also, you have. I have more attacks in my deck, so you are probably more likely to take more damage.
It's a real toss-up
Yeah.
because when Mike does damage to you, it's going to be
Bloody.
spicy.
Yeah.
So Mike is going to be starting at 20 hit points. Blair is going to be starting at 25. We're going to give first play to Mike because he did win the last round.
Okay, cool.
Also, I just want to say to the chat,
Oh.
you guys have been calling out my Soul Dynasty shirt, and I thank you guys. I'm glad someone noticed.
Is that an Overwatch?
Yeah, they're the Korean team.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And while Mike and Blair read the cards, because they will be drawing 5 cards, let's take a preview at the Dungeon Dome. Because right now we are dealing with a preview set. This is all the decks that I used for playtesting. The actual game, we do have some art for it. You've already seen the card back art that was on the announcement of this event. But Joe, why don't you throw up some of the art that we got. The artist for this game is Will Kirkby. If you don't know him offhand, he is the person who did the logo for Neoscum. He did all of the character art for Neoscum. Will also did the Compass Cats in the first pieces that he did with us officially, and he drew The Lady's Disdain and The Nothing. So that is one of the previews. Joe, which one did you throw up there? Oh, the character. Okay, so this, I believe, is art that is for Small Benjamin's Vampiric Curse card. I think. Okay, yeah. So that's the Vampiric Curse card. That is what all of the cards are going to be looking like. That level of art. I'm really, really excited about this. And I hope you guys are too.
Wow, the reactions are so positive.
Yeah,
People love it.
Mike hasn't even seen this one yet. So while I think everybody should have their cards read, understand a little bit. So I just wanted to make sure that we did that. And Mike, you can start us off for this round.
Cool. All right, I will go ahead and play Ebony Bow,
All right.
which is an attack 2 speed, 2 damage.
Nice, nice, nice.
2 speed, 2 damage.
2 furious. 2 Minera.
I'm gonna play Legs for Days.
Ooh,
2 speed.
2 speed. Nice.
Checkmate.
I'm done. I concede.
Thank you.
Okay, I will. What was the inspiration again? It was.
If you take the most damage at the end
Take
of
the
the round.
most damage at the end of the round.
Got it. Okay, I will go ahead and.
This was the bit of art that they were getting to see.
Oh, what? That is
Yeah.
amazing.
He's unbelievably talented.
Oh, can I see?
You will after you play.
Oh, okay. I will play. I was so excited. I'll play Peerless Grace on Ebony Bow, and that will gain 2 speed, so it's at 4 speed, and then I will draw a card.
Oh, is that one of those things? James, can I
Oh
ask
my
you a
gosh.
question?
Wow.
Does this
Yes.
activate when I play it or when I
That's
resolve
cool.
it?
When you play it.
Okay.
That is cool.
And this is worded in a way that makes me think it will not help me.
Yeah,
currently.
it will not
Okay.
help you.
Looks like me after I rip the bong.
Yeah, that's one of Small Benjamin's bong rips.
So I'm going to play Killer Queen, which
What?
has 1 speed, and it does X damage, where X is the number of cards I discard when this attack is resolved.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow, that's
She's
cool.
a killer queen.
All right.
That was immediately stuck in my head the second I read that card.
Yeah,
Great
there-
work, James.
There are a lot of Queen references in that deck.
I'm going to go ahead.
You're right. I am just now seeing more of them. Like this one.
And-
This is my favorite Queen song.
I'm going to go ahead and play Glaring Daggers, which is a move that does damage, it looks like.
Yep, that is true. Jesse has the only move in the game so far that does damage as a base part of the move. Is the game going to be on Kickstarter? Yes. We're planning to kickstart this mid-June. Probably, I can't project when because it's going to be on a Tuesday in the smack middle of June is when we're going to launch this one. But all throughout this month, I'm going to be playing with different people in the studio to preview the game for everyone.
Cool.
And we're going to be the first professional Dungeon Dome players.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for these tournaments.
Yeah, the pro circuit, wait until you guys see some of the wacky challenge cards because the pro circuits are going to hate this game.
Hey, I'll roll 4 dice. I'm going to play the Power of Love on my Killer Queen attack, giving it +2 speed and +2 damage. And James, just to check, this would be X +2 now? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
So he's still making a profit, folks.
Cool. I'm going to play Raptor Speed on Glaring Daggers,
Okay.
Ooh hoo hoo.
which makes it even faster.
All right, Blair, you're up.
So you have 2. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pass.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play Void Spear,
Jeez.
which is 2 speed, 4 damage.
Okay.
All right, and Mike has, just so everybody can keep up at home, played 2 of his 6 attacks.
And
So
a moving attack.
he's got 4 attacks left in that deck of his.
I'm going to pass.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead and give +2 speed to Void Spear.
All right. A ton of speed out the gate for Mike. I believe, Mike, all of your cards are going to resolve before any of Blair's do.
I'm going to pass.
Cool.
So we then move into resolution, right? Because you have nothing left to play.
I have no cards left in my hand.
All right, so this is going to be moving at 4 speed. This is going to be moving at 3, and this one is going to be moving at 4. You can play any of those first. This is moving at 3 speed.
Okay.
You got both your 4s will resolve. And then I guess his move will also resolve before mine because he's got lower hit points, right?
Yes, at this time, though, if those attacks lower your hit points, that will switch
So
around.
I will move first in that case.
You can't.
You
use
can't.
That one,
That
though, 'cause
one
one's a 3
actually
speed.
can't go first because it's a 3
Okay,
speed.
got it. What is, you're at 25?
I'm at 25, yes.
Okay. All right, cool. I will go ahead and,
Deal 4 damage?
yep.
4 damage.
Go to 21.
And Mike retains the first player initiative token. By the way, if anybody is interested in this game after watching this stream, you can sign up for the mailing list at bit.ly/Dungeon Dome. The Dungeon Dome is going to be lowercase on that one. bit.ly/Dungeon Dome.
Cool. And then I guess I will have to go ahead and use my second attack.
And so that's 2 damage?
That's going to be 2
2
damage.
damage.
Sweet. I go to 19. And now I have the lowest health.
And
You can
so
back.
your yes, so Killer Queen is going to be able to resolve before Glaring Daggers does.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and... How much damage have I taken? I've taken 6 this turn. Cool.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and discard 2 cards, both of which are aid move cards, and deal 4 damage to you, Mike.
Okay,
All
I am
right.
at 16 and not cool.
Sorry, buddy.
But Glaring Daggers resolves now.
Cool, I'm gonna go ahead and take the 2 speed.
Whew, brutal.
Brutal.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And then I will Legs for Days my way into nowhere.
Into nowhere.
And then I will claim the inspiration.
All right. The inspiration is yours. Now we will refill one of the treasure slots and take out, oh, my favorite. Now you're going to see why the Pro Circuit's going to hate it. So we do have ants in play.
Ants!
At the end of the round, everyone's going to take 1 damage because there are ants on the field.
And we can just never get rid of that?
Yep.
I guess unless we have like a...
Unless you have
Killing
something that
the
clears
card.
the
Killing it,
lineup, and Mike actually does have a card that would be able to clear the lineup
In
if
his
he
hand
wanted.
right now? Is that his card?
I don't know. I don't
Not
know
cool,
if it's in
James.
his hand. But we have my favorite card in the game out in play, and that is the Aramorian Courtly Voice. While this card is in the event lineup, you must talk like a vampire cat warrior for the glory of Queen Felicia,
Yeah.
or suffer 1 point of damage. This is discarded after 1 round, or it has dealt 3 damage.
So that does take effect now.
Immediately, brother.
I see. Quite interesting. I should have watched perhaps more Queen Felicia videos.
Yes, they are on the internet and they are available on Daily Motion, where I have been making them without telling James.
Very cool.
Yes, I am laughing now.
So you do draw back up to your full hand limit.
1, 2,
2,
3, 4, 5.
Hold on. God. This card does count against the cards that I do draw.
So you only drew 4 then.
I will flip these upside down as I drew them the wrong way. Oh, these cards are good.
James, I have a question for you.
Ask away, Blair.
Is that Ant's card a monster or just an event?
Right now, Ants is not classified as a monster.
I see. Thank you. Am I doing this right?
You are doing the best you can.
Blair,
you.
you do sound quite good.
I do expect that some who play this game will not have watched the Dungeon Dome, but they will just have to do their closest approximation of a Vampire Cat Warrior's voice.
Thank you, son of a hurricane, for the glory of Queen Felicia's. 100 points.
Thank you. And I do go first, James, is
You
that correct?
do go first.
Awesome. I will play Disbolt, and then I will play Stun Powder.
Oh my word! Actually, brother, you do need to choose to do Disbolt or Stun Powder. As Stun Powder does take an action.
Oh, shit.
Yeah!
I did fuck up, and now have revealed my hand as being one that is very, very good. Okay, I will go ahead. Fuck this. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take Disbolt back, and Stun Powder is what I play from the get-go.
So, if I remember correctly, Stun Powder, I discard my entire hand?
The entire hand.
Indeed.
These voices are fun, and we're having a great time.
I can't wait until the end of this round. It would also be quite fun if Mike fucked up so many times that this got discarded before the end of the round.
Cool. So you discard your hand.
Yes, but first I can play any reaction cards, or do I discard?
Yes,
Okay.
you may play your reaction.
That sounds like bullshit.
Vampire bullshit.
Well then first I shall play Heartbreak Hurricane.
Ooh.
I search my discard for Ario's attack cards and place them immediately into play.
Yes, any of Arrow's attack cards
Arrows.
that are in the discard, which, ooh, actually Blair kind of has a bit of a spicy move on his hand right now.
I do
Which
not
would-
like that.
Killer Queen into play, and because this was resolved immediately, that means Blair has the opportunity to discard his entire hand. Oh, but this will not resolve.
Yes.
I was hoping that was going to be a spicy move, but I think it is not.
So hold on, you're saying that he cannot discard his whole hand because of stun powder.
So the order of operations here, Blair was able to activate his Heartbreak Hurricane, which put Killer Queen back into play. Unfortunately, Killer Queen's damage is X, where X is the number of cards discarded from a player's hand at the time it resolves.
Ooh.
Which, unfortunately, Blair's hand will be discarded before it gets a chance to resolve.
Remind me, this inspiration card, do I discard this as well?
So yes, you
'Cause it's
will,
in
because
my
it
hand.
is in your hand, though it does not count towards your hand total.
I see. But could I use this and draw a card?
You could if you wanted to discard an extra card, because that is going to, you'd be using that in the same way that you were using your reaction to use it before it is moved away out of the regular turn order. That would pull the card into your hand, only to have Stun Powder resolve its effect, discarding it all. I did want that move to be part of the game, but could not figure out how to incorporate it into the rules.
Can you imagine how pissed off some Magic the Gathering players would be if they had to talk in funny voices while playing games?
Furious!
How fun would it be to be at a tournament where you are having to call out a 45-year-old man for not speaking in the correct voice?
Judge! This man is doing his own voice.
Censure him! I demand a censure!
Well, I will also play another reaction called Don't Stop Me Now.
Return 2 cards from your discard into your deck.
And one of them will be Heartbreak Hurricane,
A good move.
and the second will be The Power of Love, a modifier. And do I shuffle these?
Shuffle them back into your deck.
Beautiful.
fun.
For Queen Felicia, I shall shuffle these.
You're doing quite admirably.
And now I will discard my hand.
Cool. And is it my turn again? Please, someone tell me.
Yes, I believe it is, Mike.
Very nice. I will play Glaring Daggers. A move. 1 speed, 2 damage, 3 fun. And then, do you do anything?
I pass. Good sir.
I will play Peerless Grace, adding 2 speed to my move, and I will draw a card. Yeah. And then I will.
You got some points.
I got some points. Are you kidding me? All right. Nice. I will pass my turn.
I will also pass my turn.
All right. Having 2 passes in a row, we now move to resolve this field. And the first to resolve is Glaring Daggers.
With 3 speed, a move, I will claim. And that's not a move, right?
That is not
It
a
is
move.
not a move.
I will claim this 3 speed. Oh. Place this card in front of you. Your hand size is +1.
Oh!
Tremendous hands.
My God.
These truly are grandpas now.
Hands the size of toilet bowls.
Well, I will now resolve my attack. Killer Queen, right for your throat. And since I have...
Mike is getting a call.
It's not a call, it's just an alarm I set.
For when you had to leave?
Yep, I have to go now. Away! Just kidding, I'm still here.
In short, this card does nothing, because I can't discard any cards for it, and that's it. That's my move.
A bit of a disappointment.
And I believe my move, correct me if I'm wrong, did 2 damage?
It did do 2 damage. Or no, 1 damage.
No,
it was Glaring Daggers.
It looks like it did 2 damage.
Oh,
and
Glaring Daggers
if you-
does 2 damage.
If you don't stand up for yourself, who will?
True. It's too true. I took 2 damage, and now, at the end of the round, I believe both of us must suffer the ants.
Ants!
How much damage? How much damage?
Well, for you, it is now 2.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh,
I
hoisted by
invented
your own
this
petard.
voice. All right.
Did not think that would happen to Mike. At the end of the round, also after actually, you know what, Mike? Aramorian courtly voice, based on order of operations of the game, left the field before ants hit you. So you only took 1 damage because Aramorian courtly voice ended before you actually took the damage for it.
I love technicalities.
That is.
I'm having a great time over here, James.
You're
trying to sink my ship, and I'm seeing what's going on here. Does Mike win every Dungeon Dome related thing?
I created Binban. Binban, the creator of Binban can't lose.
Mike is going to be in a precarious position, I think, for the rest of this game. He has very, very few attacks left in his deck. And he's already used both instances of Glaring Daggers, so it could be a rough row to hoe for him. But we'll see. Both players will draw back up to full, which for Blair is going to be 5, and for Mike is going to be 6 now.
Sweet.
Because of Fillmore.
It's cool that I will be drawing mini Modifiers, which is also my favorite podcast on the One Shot Network.
Ooh. Also in play, the floor is lava. Players who end their turn with a speed less than 3 will lose 2 hit points. Any player who owns terrain will be immune. And we have Skeleton 5 back in it.
A friend! Oh, I don't have to talk like that anymore.
Deal 2 damage. It's addictive though, isn't it?
It is.
It will deal 2 damage to each player. Any attack will destroy Skeleton 5.
All right.
And Mike, because you had the fastest speed, you again will go first.
Oh my gosh, so many things to do. First off, I'll go ahead and play Fairy Fire, which adds 1 damage to all attacks that I control.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, well, I hate to tell you, Mike. I really hate to tell you this.
No, you're going to destroy my power?
I'm going to play official merchandise only. Plus 2 speed to collect an item.
So this is a move that resolves at 1 speed, but when we get to that, it will have 3 speed, which means it'll basically be able to pick any of the item slots.
Very cool. I like that.
Amazing.
That's a fun mechanic.
It's a fun one. And I did it by accident because I just wrote the card real bad. The first time. I mean, it became purposeful later.
Oh, right, because was it a modifier originally?
Not that it was a modifier originally. It was... I'll talk about it later. It was...
Inside the actor's studio.
Guys, I have a spicy move.
Ooh.
I can't wait for
I'm going to go ahead and play anything for the kill.
Oh my god!
It's a reaction. I could have played it earlier.
Yep.
Okay. You don't have to defend that to me.
I wasn't. Dude, I was offending
I'm going to put
you.
anything for the kill up on the big board here.
And I will be sacrificing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 health.
Wait, can he draw more than 6 cards?
Oh yeah. So he can have in his hand as many cards as he wants, but at the end of the round he will be discarding down to his hand limit.
All right.
So Mike has essentially made a bet here that he is going to do enough damage to Blair to justify this wild pull here. I think he might have done it. We'll see.
What the fuck? What is all this stuff? That's the one F word we could say, right?
That was the one. That was the one.
Yeah, the FCC is going to
PG-13 still. PG-13.
I think we can get it up to NC-17 by the end of this.
Oh,
How much
yes.
life does Blair have?
I have 16 health.
If Mike manages to do this, it will probably be one of the single most damaging attacks that I have ever seen. I think the highest damage attack that I've seen so far was 13.
Ugh.
Okay, and one other question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry about this, but what does inspiration do?
So inspiration allows you to, you can discard an inspiration to draw a card, which for you could be really useful. Inspiration, if you discard 2 inspiration, you can resolve an attack before the end of the round.
And this card is
Yeah, I would do it.
right now?
Yeah, why not?
You said I'm doing it right now. The other thing I was thinking about is,
Playing all 10 cards in your hand?
I mean, I've seen a card in his hand that, yeah. That's real good. So essentially, I would put as many modifiers that do more than 1 damage on top of that as possible.
Got it. Cool. That's what I was thinking.
But yeah, I would drop that card, that reaction that you showed
I'm going
me.
to play this now. It's called Fuck the Audience. Something I've never said in my life until now.
Fuck the audience!
I love the audience, and that breaks my heart to play.
We get to search.
Wow.
We get to search for 2 inspiration here, and that goes to Mike.
Cool. And does this count as for my hand size?
That does not count to your hand limit, unfortunately.
Not to my hand limit, but do they count as cards in my hand?
It does not. It does
Okay.
not because it says it doesn't count to your hand limit, and I think that
Oh,
also
wow.
means it doesn't count to your hand size.
Cool. And then can I still make a move?
You can still make a move. You can use those inspiration right now as like you're using a reaction. So you could draw those, and those would count towards your hand size. I think Mike might win this round right here, this match right here, which is buck wild.
It's not looking good, guys. It's really not.
This is pretty bonkers. Okay.
He's done some MTG wizardry right now. He's almost at an infinite loop, I think.
Yeah, if we were at a tournament, I would not be having fun.
I'm also taking a long time, so sorry.
Oh, no, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, cool. We understand each other.
Disbolt.
So I'm going to play Disbolt.
And I will play Disbolt.
And
that's all you're allowed to do
Yeah.
right now,
Well-
though the inspiration can technically be played out of sequence if you want to do those.
I'm not going to.
Okay, Blair, you're up.
Question. The floor is lava. Does this count as a 3-speed thing by the time it resolves?
No, it does not.
Cool.
The other thing that Blair might want to know and the chat might want to know about Disbolt is this attack does damage equal to the number of cards you have in your hand at the time it is resolved.
All right. Look at all those cards.
Oh, my hands are tired.
How many cards do you have in hand? Let's get a count.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
And
9.
those are technically 8, 9, but they're not counted towards hand total, so they won't be part of Disbolt.
So
Oh,
7.
I see. Okay, very cool. 7. And the speed on that is 1?
Speed is
Speed
one.
is 1.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play Brother!
Brother!
Yeah.
What does that do?
Speed 1, damage 2.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, you're up.
Also, good luck. I haven't said that yet this game. I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you.
He's really pulling for you at this point, Mike.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play Void Fire.
And which lands are you tapping to play that?
Void Fire increases Disbolt by 3 damage.
Oof. Wow.
So even though he lost a card from his hand, he's still making a profit.
Sorry, guys. It sounds like I
Yeah.
just snoozed that. I'm going to go ahead and stop.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play The Power of Love, which gives Brother +2 speed and +2 damage.
All right.
So that looks like that does a lot of damage.
That's
now.
going to be pretty hefty, and Mike is down to just 10 hit points.
I, on my turn, will play Black Thorn Strike to give this +1 damage, and I can remove an attack in play, and I'm going to remove the big attack.
Okay. That deletes both of those.
All right, and Blair, you are up.
I'm going to play Sudden Betrayal, which is 3 speed, 1 damage.
All right. Mike, back to you.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and spend my 2 inspiration to resolve a single attack or move before the end of the turn.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and play Disbolt.
All right.
And-
What is the number of cards you have in your hand right now?
I have 5 cards in my hand.
5 cards. So this is base 5. Moves up to 8, 9, 10 damage using Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And he's resolving that right now.
And then, as a reaction, play immediately after resolving damage from an attack. Deal an opponent 2 damage.
Oh, he twists the arrow on that one.
So that is 12 damage?
So that's a total of 12 damage.
All right.
Tying the highest damage that I have ever seen from a single attack.
Okay, I am at 4 health. And I am going to pass.
So what do you still have?
I got 3 speed, 1 damage attack, and I got a 1 speed move that will go up to 3 once I resolve it.
Okay. These are all nice. And why does it go up to 3?
It is just to collect an item. So it'll resolve at speed 1, but I can use it to grab an item at 3 speed or lower.
Okay, got it. I'm going to go ahead and play Invisibility, which is move speed 2.
Ooh.
And what is the rest of that?
It
There's
says
a lot of text on that.
So
guy.
if it resolves before one of your attacks resolves, which right now it is not going to, he will be able to remove it in play. He will be able to remove that attack from play, but not if he's already resolved an attack this round.
Which is true for him.
Which is true for him.
Okay, cool. Gonna pass, my dude.
Cool.
Also, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Shatter. When this move resolves, you may destroy an item.
Cool.
All right. And still passing?
Destroy an item on my, like in play?
In play.
Not one of these guys, right?
So not one of these.
Okay. I'm gonna pass.
And I'm done.
I'm gonna play a reaction.
Ooh, what are you playing?
After he passes, right? I
Yep.
can do that? Cool. I'm going to play Heartbreak Hurricane again.
Ooh!
I search my discard for arrows attacks and place them immediately into play.
Wow, this is a big move.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow, this is going to be a really close game.
So yeah, I put 2 heart attacks into play, and I'm also going to put Killer Queen into play.
Which, unfortunately, you have nothing left in your hand, right?
True, but I can resolve this guy first, potentially grab a treasure that might increase my hand size.
Well, unfortunately, you won't be able to resolve this guy. Oh, you will be able to resolve it before Heartbreak Hurricane. That's true.
Cool.
Okay.
Or a Killer Queen.
Killer Queen, rather.
Sweet.
All right. So now we go into resolution. This is interesting. Mike has 2 2-speed things. Blair, I think the first thing is Sudden Betrayal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and send. Oof, man, there is just a lot of different stuff at play right now.
So yeah, the Skeleton 5 is going to deal 2 damage to each player, and it can be destroyed with any attack. Ants are just going to happen no matter what. 4 is Lava, is only going to attack players who have speed less than 3. So right now, that's not you,
But it is
Mike.
Okay. So he's.
I love watching the way these things stacked out. I was sure that Mike was going to win this round just a bit earlier, but now it's a horse race again.
Did I make a misplay?
I don't know that you made a misplay.
I think it would have been really hard to predict me pulling Heartbreak Hurricane out.
Yeah.
Also, there's just like an insane order of operations where you could have played your entire turn probably 20 different ways.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell. I think if I were in your position, I would have used the inspiration to pull cards because I might have pulled more
Attacks?
+3 damage modifiers.
Oh, got it.
But I think you actually made a really good play. So hard to tell what was right there.
Well, let's see how it shapes.
Let's see how it shakes out.
I mean, right now I'm making the decision, just to let you know what's going on. I have lethal on the board, but the question is, do you have anything that can interact with that lethal? And if you do...
Do you want me to answer?
No. I'm just telling you, I got to pick between either killing the skeleton right now or sending stuff at you.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the kill, though. So Sudden Betrayal goes in your face.
All right.
How much is that?
One
That's
damage.
1 damage.
1 damage.
And then...
I guess
one
I could have Firequake.
1 heart attacks is going to go at your face. Oh, wait, actually...
Yep.
Yeah,
Heart
because
attacks.
I'm going to resolve all my 2-speed before he resolves anything, right?
I believe that is the case.
Yeah.
Right now. So 2 damage to you.
Okay.
Taking you down to 7.
And 2 more damage to you.
Taking you down to 5.
Cool. And just curious, what is the lineup?
It's going to go
That's
1, 2, 3.
This
Okay.
is the event lineup.
Left to right.
Floor is Lava will deal 2 damage to you, Mike. Ants will deal 1 damage to you, and the skeleton, if it's still in play, will also deal 2 damage to you.
Okay, and that happens after I make my moves.
After you make your moves. Boy, I'm loving this round.
Wow.
This is so tense.
Okay.
Well, so now it's to you because you have 2 2-speed things.
Yep. So you are probably going to be able to grab that item.
Okay, I will grab this item with my Shatter. No, I'll grab it with Invisibility.
Yep. Because you might need to destroy it with your Shatter. Who knows?
Okay. Oh boy. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, how exciting! Mimic.
Mimic!
Oh.
So you're going to be able to replace one of the events in the event lineup. Mike, as a really weird twist of fate, although Blair definitely had higher speed than you this round, you resolved an attack first. So you do have the initiative token.
Oh, so Mimic is going to hit me?
So the Mimic is gonna tag Blair instead.
Even though he has
Even
more
though he
speed?
has higher speed, because you resolved your attack first using your inspiration trick, which might have made your approach to play the one that wins instead of loses. But you get to replace
So I'm
one
obviously
of the events in the
gonna
event lineup.
replace this one, which was coming for me.
Yep.
Right.
So I'll replace that. Put
so
that
now-
right there.
I'm going to take 5 damage at the end of the round?
At the end of the round, you are going to take 2 damage from the Mimic, 1 damage from Ants, and 2 damage to each player.
All right.
And
So
then
now you resolve Shatter, right?
yeah, this resolves, and I can
Shatter.
destroy an item, and I can't destroy that item that hasn't been drawn because we don't know if it's an item or a trap.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I haven't actually decided if I want people to be able to do that, but I am seeing the strategic validity of
Because
a move
Much
like
more
that,
exciting to let me draw it.
because it would limit. It is, but it's also a good strategy interaction.
You
to
can
let,
give it
for
give it
now
to Blair.
because it's not specifically in the rules. I don't think you can target an unplayed item yet.
Okay, cool. And so this
Though, you would have been able to blow up that Mimic with that Shatter, even if that Mimic was still coming for you.
I
So
could
that's wild.
Yeah.
I could so I'm gonna go ahead and this resolves.
That-
Oh,
that's-
this
yeah,
goes
that
over here
resolves.
in my
Okay.
discard,
In your
and
discard.
then as a reaction, I'm going to deal 2 damage.
Shatter Spear. Deal 2 damage to your opponent and remove an item in play.
Which I could have done after you drew the item, and
Right.
I'm realizing I just misplayed that. So, but you take 2 damage.
You take
Cool.
2 damage.
I'm at 2.
Blair's down to 2.
All right, so now I'm going to resolve official merchandise because I get
Wow.
to pick the order.
This is coming down to this item.
I'm going to go ahead and just flip this up on the
Up
on the
on the
webcam.
big board here. On the close-up
Absurdly
here.
dangerous shuriken. Add this to your hand. Discard to deal 2 damage to yourself and 5 damage to an enemy.
Oh my God!
That's a tie.
Well, is it? It's only.
It's a discard effect, so it works.
But I would have to use it to do that, right?
Yeah, you would use it.
I could have won. But I.
That's it. That's a tie. That's a technical tie.
I'm trying to see.
Unless you want to blow up the skeleton.
Um,
But you're still going to take 3 damage.
well, yeah, and I would take 2 from this too. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if this would be more useful to use as Killer Queen.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm already going to take 2 from the
already taking
Mimic, and I'm
2.
taking 1 from the Ants. So I think the only way to do this would be Absurdly Dangerous Shuriken on my boy Mike.
Both players go down at the same time. That's a draw.
And I would actually say this is a win because now Blair and I get to still be friends.
yeah.
Yes.
If I had won 2 games in a row, it would be a sad car ride home.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow.
That is literally the life totals too, which is just absolutely insane.
That's I can't believe we saw that shake out. Everything of that. I have been playtesting this, so most games people usually end within about 5 hit points of each other. But it's really common to have them be like dead heats towards the end of it. But this is like one of the first ties that I've seen. So
Wow, exciting.
I'm glad that we got it documented.
Yeah.
What a wild thing. Now, let's see. It is 9:30, so I think we'll probably call the stream after this. But I know some of you might be sitting there wondering, like, well, we've seen some art for the game. We've seen what some of the playtest cards look like. What are the final designs for some of the cards going to look like? We have mock-ups that we can show you. Joe, why don't you throw that up there? So I think what you're looking at is Small Benjamin's Grandpa 2. It's a good-looking card. That's the layout right now. I think some aspects of it are subject to change. Palomi, who's doing our layout for these, it created a style guide, so there are a couple things that need to change, but this is pretty close to what the final game is going to look like. Like I said, this is going to be on Kickstarter mid-June. If you are really excited about this game, if it looks like something like you want to maybe pick up, you can go to bit.ly/Dungeon Dome. The Dungeon Dome is all lowercase on that one, and sign up for our mailing list. We will let you know as soon as that Kickstarter is going to be coming up, and you can be one of the first to back.
James, I know you told us not to say this, but that was fun.
Yeah, this was super fun. Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
It was so rad watching those games. Really tense, really close, in some fun and unexpected ways there. I'm really glad. Again, this was Mike and Blair. They're part of the Neoscum podcast on the One Shot Network. So please go listen to their show, support them, because they're just nice folks. Joe was handling the ones and twos for this, so a big thank you to Joe.
Hell yeah, Joe.
Joe, you
and thank
rule.
you, heroes, for hanging out with us. Happy International Tabletop Day, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.